YouTube? This your boy Mike Fraser Unfiltered back with another video. Man, okay, today's story, this story gotta be the most biggest fumbling of the bag in history. We got track star Tia Jones, and we got NFL player from the Kansas City Chiefs, Xavier Worthy. Let's get into the story. So y'all know Xavier Worthy, former first round pick out of Texas, drafted last year as a rookie, $13 million man. We all know when the 304s evolve, they always looking for handout. So let's get more into the story. So y'all know Xavier Worthy saw Tia, hopped in the inbox, spit a little game. Tia Jones saw the message, didn't reply, had Buddy feeling hurt. She was acting dry, so she say. But once Xavier Johnson became a household name about to get drafted, all that changed. So y'all see where the story going, right? She didn't want to deal with him till she see what his future was like. 304, 304. Crazy. Spontaneously, they end up in the same location one night. So Xavier saw this opportunity to approach Tia, because y'all know as men, we love to chase. After they talked for a while, exchanged info, they took no time on making it official. Later, Tia Jones had an interview, and they asked how they met. And her response was, God put her in a location where she can get her man. Now, y'all know that's some bullshit. I'm going to play this little clip of her interview.
Year 2024, and you are a fiance.
Okay.
You're a wed.
Yeah. It's a rock.
Period. So how did you guys meet? How did we end up here?
Okay, so another funny story. He DM'd me before, but I didn't respond.
Well, how about let's do the head tilt?
I didn't respond because it's Instagram.
Yeah.
Swipe in, swipe out, double tap, swipe out. It was one of them. And then time went by. I moved to Texas to train with my coach in track and field. Like everybody don't train at universities. You move to different states to train with your coach. So I moved to Texas, and he was going to UT at the time, and we met at a restaurant. I saw him at a restaurant. I'm driving.
So random.
Random. I was going to a friend's dinner, and I was so late. I'm talking about makeup wasn't coming together. Hair wasn't coming together. It was just one of the moments. It was just horrible. And I'm like over here wondering why. I really feel like God just aligned it up the way it did. And I'm so late. As I'm driving, all of a sudden, two cars and jump in front of me, cutting in front of me, and it was him and his partner. And I'm behind the car like, this stupid. And I'm like, y'all gonna make me like this girl gonna hate me. So I realized we'd been in the same corners as he been in with me. And then we both pull up to valet, and he get out the car, and I was trying to hurry up and get to valet first to give him my keys so I could go inside. I was gonna say something to him on the slick, like, you need to slow down. But then I got out the car. Girl, that man got out there. That man got out the car. He hit me one of these. Girl, I ran back to that car. I ran back to my car so quick. I said, "Ooh, I know that man."
Like, actually, you could hit me.
I ran back to my car.
Went away.
Everything I thought I was gonna say, what I was gonna do went out, because I saw him and I was like, I know who that is, and he saw me like, I've been looking for you. Because when we talked about it down the line, he was like, he DM'd me before, and I was kind of dry, and he was like, I was gonna try again, and he was like, coincidentally, we saw each other that day, and then he was just a gentleman. He asked me out on a date.
So was he there for that dinner, or
no? Absolutely not. It was a game.
God said y'all are gonna meet each other.
Yes, it was random. He literally had on. It was his favorite restaurant. It was a steakhouse. He would literally just pull up, grab some food, and leave. Like they just finished the game. He had on a little championship hat and a shirt. Looked like he still had on like his little pants on. Like you could tell he just pulled up just to grab some food. So he was not there for no reasons that I was. He was sitting on the side waiting for his food, and he was just a gentleman. Started watching my story, and then he just asked me on a date. So nice, such a gentleman.
Just aligned.
Right. It just aligned. So I was like, that's why God had me late to that dinner, because I met my man.
Yeah. Was your friend understanding?
Y'all hear that bullshit? With all them lies. She done went on people's platform with all that foolishness, knowing she had somebody else booking her up. That's crazy. Now we see all the social media interactions and think the relationship is A1. You would think she secured a bag and could have, but she a 304 and it was itching to come out of. Her only interest was his money. She fumbled the bag and allowed Peen to take her bag away. Damn, the power of the Peen. All these shopping sprees, cars, money, clothes, vanished like a magic trick. Man, she was better off continuing her journey to become an Olympic track star. And if you ask me, Xavier Worthy had more than enough signs to know Tia was not it. What were they? I'm glad you asked. For one, she's a track star.
She's a track star. She gon' run away when it gets hard.
For one, she didn't want to give him no play till he started making a name for himself. 3 months after being drafted, Xavier proposed to Tia. And she said yes, crying, acting like she ain't had nobody else booking her up. On the sideline, portraying herself to be a loving and supportive fiance, when she knows she had another peen on the side. This is the first year he played in the NFL and made it to the Super Bowl. This is immaculate. Worth celebrating and making memories, right? Nah, Xavier was out of it, unable to enjoy the beautiful city of New Orleans because of the stress he was dealing with Tia. After suspicion that his fiancée was cheating, Xavier hired a private investigator that proved Tia was giving her attention elsewhere. Not a rumor, not a feeling, but hard evidence that she was unfaithful. After confronting her and demanding her to leave his house, because he purchased the house in his name only. So the whole time she walked around saying this our house, her name not on nothing. And what's the next move for a woman that's scorned? Revenge. He even offered to get her own apartment, which I wouldn't have did. I would have put her ass on the street. And she probably was dealing with somebody that had nothing going on. Definitely not what Xavier Worthy got. During the altercation between the two, police were called. 2 different stories were provided to the police. Xavier wanted to minimize the publicity, stated he wanted Tia to leave and he didn't want to press charges, but Tia told the police attack her and that she wanted to press charges. Xavier was booked and taken to jail. Xavier went from celebrating going to the Super Bowl to his money, endorsement, and his career and his freedom on the line. Millions in jeopardy. Because this 304 doesn't have anything of her own, she thought of the quickest scheme she could do to remain in the house. Tia went and filed a restraining order. Because of this, Xavier was unable to come back to the house, allowing her to remain living there. Man, this girl devious and hateful. Good thing the police actually did their jobs and found out that Tia was really the aggressor and dismissed all charges on Xavier. This whole situation is crazy. Crazy. Xavier Worthy, man, you a $13 million man, rookie contract. That means next 2 years, you can get up to probably about 40, 50 mil. Man, you'll take your time. You don't got to be in no rush, man. You was quick to propose to her when you don't even know how she actually really is. You understand what I'm saying? And that's for her. You blew the bag. You blew the bag. You ain't got your feet wet. You couldn't wait 2-3 years, try to get a baby out the situation before you did that? Dummy. Dummy. And for Xavier, man, we all done had no ones like that, man. You live and you learn, man. But this your boy, Mike Fraser Unfiltered. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm out.